How to make money using your own Chat GPT in Azure? This is what I'm going to show you. As a senior cloud architect, I spent countless hours with customers in the last months, trying to convince them to use this solution. I spent a lot of hours with customers to explain how generative AI works on Azure, to make schemas and demos to explain how this solution works, and to explain what the return on investment would be. So today, I will try to explain the same thing to you. So in this video, I will draw an architecture diagram of the solution, I will make a demo to show you how to deploy the solution, and in the end, I will explain how you can make money using this solution. Are you ready? So, we want to build our own ChatGPT in Azure. For that, of course, we need to deploy a couple of resources in Azure. The first resource we need is one to answer the user's questions automatically. I don't know if you recognize the logo, but it's the Azure OpenAI service. Azure OpenAI service is Microsoft's service for generative AI. With this service, you can deploy some pre-trained ChatGPT models like, for example, version 3.5, version 4, version 4 Turbo, and there are other versions. So, because it's more simple, for my architecture, I'll use a pre-trained model. So the reason why I build my own ChatGPT in Azure is to have a personalized ChatGPT. A ChatGPT that looks like me and that would answer a question the same way that I would answer it. So this is why I'm going to use Azure AI Search. Azure AI Search uses artificial intelligence to index a data source and then allows intelligent searching from this index data. For this solution, I will create some files and upload them in an Azure Blob storage. I could also create some JSON files and upload them in an Azure Cosmos database. In some cases, it can also be interesting to use structured data from an Azure SQL database. When a user asks a question to my ChatGPT, the Azure OpenAI service will turn to the Azure AI Search service to ask for some help, and the Azure AI Search service will try to find the best possible answer by looking at the index data, and this answer will be returned to the user. For this system to be effective, the preparation step is very important because I need to take all my knowledge and transfer it in files and upload these files to the Azure Blob storage. And this is where it becomes interesting because each time a user will ask a question to my ChatGPT, the answers will come from my knowledge base that I have transferred in the Azure Blob storage, as if the question had been asked to me directly. The only part that is missing from our architecture is a web hosting platform, on which we will have a web page where the users will enter their questions and receive their answers. So the only prerequisite to this web hosting platform is to be able to install the .NET framework with the Azure OpenAI SDK. So among the choices, we have Azure App Service. We can also have a container orchestrator solution like Azure Kubernetes Service. Or we could also have a virtual machines with IIS installed on it. So any of these solutions would work. And there we have it. This is our solution architecture. So now let's create our first Azure resource, which is Azure OpenAI service. There we go. For this, we're going to create a new resource group. Let's put this for the moment in the East US region. For now, the only pricing tier that we can select is standard S0, so let's go for it. Because we want to do a very simple setup now, we're just going to deploy it publicly. No need for a private network right now. So there we go. It's a very simple setup. Okay, so we have our Azure OpenAI service running. Let's go to Azure OpenAI service to deploy a Chat GPT model. So we go to this section here, click to this button. We're going to use a base model because it goes faster. We don't have to fine-tune a model or train one from Azure ML. These options will be the subject of a future video. So let's select this option. I'll use the ChatGPT 4 version. I'll leave the default values. I'll select standard as the deployment type. Reduce this option a little bit to save cost. And there we go. Now that I have my ChatGPT model deployed, I need another model to have the Azure OpenAI service being able to talk to Azure AI search service. So let's deploy another model. I'll use the model text embeddings ADA 002. Now let's go deploy the storage account where I will upload all my knowledge. So it's very important to always select the same region for each one of the resources. There we go. Now I'll go to the new storage account to create a new blob container. So now that my blob storage is ready, let's go inside it and upload all of my knowledge files. So I click to the upload button, and for this demo, I'll use some of my files that I've created about my favorite subjects like Kubernetes, market trading, and quantum mechanics. So there we go. Now let's go deploy the Azure AI search service to bring these file indexation capabilities. East US location. So to save some money during the demo, I'll choose the basic tier. I'll keep these settings to the minimum for the same reason. And there we go. Now that I have my Azure AI search service, I need to index my data. So let's click to the import button. I'll select the Azure Blob Storage as the data source type. I'll select my storage account, with my blob storage. At this step, it's very important to have the content field selected as being retrievable and searchable. And let's create my index. Now let's create the user website. For this, I will use Visual Studio to create a new Blazor web app project using the server render mode. I've already created this sample web page. So when the user will want to ask a question, he'll type his question here, and on the click of this button, the answer from ChatGPT will be displayed down here. The next step is to install the Azure OpenAI SDK. So for this, I'll use the NuGet Package Manager. It's this one. Now, to be able to call the Azure OpenAI service and the Azure AI search service, we need to get some information. Among these, we need the endpoint of the services and the API keys. So these information can be found on the key and endpoint sections for each of the resources. Let's take a look at the C# code that will be executed when the user will click on the Submit button. On this section, I will get all the configuration informations. Here, I will use the Azure OpenAI SDK to create all the required objects to call the Azure OpenAI service. In this section, I will specify the required parameters and specify which Azure AI search to use. And finally, on this section, I will call my ChatGPT service, I will get the answer back, and I will display the answer on the web page for the user. Now it's the time to verify if the solution works well. So when I uploaded the files to the Azure Blob service, I uploaded 3 big files containing information about the Kubernetes service. So I will ask a question about Kubernetes. I will ask the following question. What is a pod? I'll click on the Submit button, and there we'll see the answer. Let's take a look at the given answer. We can notice that for each sentence, it contains a reference to an index file from where the information was extracted. You can even compare by asking the exact same question to a standard Chat GPT. The given answer will be very brief and will not be as useful as this one because the answer will be found somewhere on the internet. Now, let's look at how this solution could help you make money or even save money. The first way is by saving money with your customer service. Always having to answer the same questions is the waste of time, but answering it efficiently keeps your customers happy. So provide the answers to the most asked questions in your organization and you will save money and keep your customers happy. The second way is by getting your potential customers to know your business better. Few customers have the patience or time to navigate through all the sections of your website, so they are not aware of the full potential of your business. Teach your ChatGPT to promote your services and you will increase your sales. The third way is by evolving your offer by knowing the needs of your customers. By analyzing the question asked to your ChatGPT, you will be able to identify the customer's interest into your products and even to observe market trends. It is possible to do this while respecting the confidentiality of the users. The fourth way is by offering technical assistance to your users. By providing a virtual assistant, you will be able to reach a good number of people and to provide solutions to problems that are already well known by your organization. Making use of this virtual assistant will save you money. Well, that's it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed. Please don't forget to subscribe And see you next time.